let's do this thing. For a second, I was like, why is Teak so big? And I was like, oh yeah, she was still in
Teak in pain.
Nah, that was pretty good.
do this to Teak?
Why? So, I mean, last week you guys set off on the road, finally. You did some adventuring around. Not really. Mostly just were on a path to Wild Meadow. And you, ran into an old pal of yours, Bralos. And, for quite a long time, he helped you guys out on the road. He's helping you figure out what happened after you were attacked by this creature, figuring out what happened with the creature, and things got pretty intense. But then he let you guys go. He took Ferrand with him, patched you guys up, let you know that Filio might be running into some troubles, and he and his little group of his little caravan group made their way past you guys down the road, in which you saw the Archbishop. And after all of that craziness, you guys had set back out until eventually you set up camp for the night. And during your night watch, you were ambushed by a unknown assailant that you assume to be a bandit, and he had some tail-hooting dogs with him. But after a long struggle, you guys eventually emerged victorious. You had killed this man and all of his dogs, and they're a bunch of animal abusers. And that's pretty much where we had left off. You guys had just finished this battle. Philia was attacked pretty brutally by these dogs and this man, and you all suffered some pretty heavy damage, and you all had leveled up at the end of last week. Which also reminds me that I have gone through some character sheets and made appropriate changes, as some of you guys had some incorrect things on there. So we'll be playing with that goodness as we continue on today. But we will start with you guys having just finished off this last beast after killing its master. Teak is enlarged, and I believe you're all conscious this time. Sorry, the werewolf battle started melding together, and I was like, oh, is this the one where Gustav was like out in the woods dying? But no, he wasn't even like touched in the last fight. So yeah, you guys find yourselves in the wilderness, surrounded by these pretty much obliterated dog carcasses, and out in the woods at night. What do you guys do?
Can I check the body of the bandit for like any letters or anything that might be on them? Any?
Sure you can, buddy.
What do I do for that?
Well, normally I would say investigation, but that doesn't exist in this game for whatever. Yeah, you can just roll me a
Linguistics.
No, it'd be an intelligence-based perception check.
Intelligence-based perception. So Just an intelligence check?
Well, are you proficient with perception?
Yeah.
So you get your proficiency or whatever. Your ability modifier is just determined by your intelligence rather than your wisdom for an intelligence-based. That'll pretty much become the new investigation check because it's the same concept, essentially.
Oh, wonderful. You're sifting through this man's pocket, and I mean, he's been cut and slashed pretty good by you personally, and he's covered in blood. And like eventually, you're digging through his pockets, and you find a kind of what is now a crumpled up, and it looks like during one of your flurries of your attacks with your blade, cut up piece of paper. You see it's cut into like about 3 or 4 pieces. It was in one of his pockets. It's a little bit heavier parchment, and it has also got some blood on it. Oh. Can I try to like patch it together and work out what it is?
Sure, and it'll probably take you a little bit of time to patch it all up and try and figure it out, but you have the pieces there to attempt to do.
I would like to do that.
Okay, what's everyone else doing?
Watching him defile this dead man.
Once Teak shrinks back, is there any negative effects? Like, is she exhausted? Anything like that? Or no?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
No. He said no.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear.
I don't know if you heard him or not.
No, I didn't. So, okay, so when she shrinks back, this is a oh, that river is it's quite a drop down, isn't it?
Yes, it's like a cliffside.
I was gonna have her have a Mulan moment staring in the river at her own reflection, and she ponders what happened to her. Instead, I think she is just going to crawl up a tree and sit and rest, because that kind of hurt.
Okay.
The whole experience enlarge her.
You scamper off up a tree.
Yep.
Okay.
Still in my blood rage, I want to search for any more remaining threats.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Cool.
You don't see any remaining threats. You're huffing and puffing in your rage, but you don't see anything.
Okay. I will come out of the blood rage then.
Okay. Eric, Philia, you guys want to do anything special, or you just go back to sleep amongst the dead bodies in your camp?
Philia's a little beat up. We're gonna take a break.
Okay. So yeah, Philia's gotten pretty scratched up. She just kind of slumps down somewhere.
And everyone looks kind of good though?
That's a good question. Probably not. I don't think so.
I think Teak and Philia look like they're about to die.
Yeah. Teak's pretty injured. She crawled up in a tree. Philia's pretty fucking injured. She just slumped down on the ground. Half of her guts are hanging out, but they're just plant lines. No, I'm just kidding.
I guess if everyone's not dying, I'll like leave them be and go to sleep. Oh no, wait, I want to go back to the caravan and then go to sleep.
Okay. So you go back to your cart. Okay, so you just go back to the cart and go to sleep amongst
Yes.
the piles of dead bodies.
I mean, there's only like one, and then like the dogs.
Yeah, but there's like I think there's like six. Yeah, there's 6 dead dog carcasses strewn about your camp. That's all.
Are there any like materials on the dead dogs?
What kind of materials? I mean, there's blood, there's fur, there's meat, there's fangs, there's
Oh,
eyeballs.
they're like magical teleporty dogs, right? Flesh and bones can make something teleporty.
You can attempt to do such a thing if you would like to start butchering the dogs. Yeah, sure.
I would like to butcher one of the dogs.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
Make me a survival check, or actually, yeah, make me a knowledge nature check. Why not? Okay. You start successfully butchering this dog.
Oh. Cool.
Uh,
And he's probably going to be mumbling to himself, like, why does it always have to be dogs?
yeah. Okay. Gustav, Cinder, do either of you pay any mind to this apparently psychotic man now butchering dogs in your camp?
I think that's okay. Eric's an alchemist, and he might know what he's doing. But I will sort of stagger back to the group. I don't know how far I got in my rage searching. But I'll just
I
try
mean,
to
not
get
very far.
middle of everyone. Everyone all right?
You say that, and as you do, you notice that like Philly is kind of slumped down or half asleep, and Teek's up in a tree. Meanwhile, Cinder's is like over on the rock over there with like stuff out, fiddling and diddling around.
Hey, I found this. Come take a look.
Yeah, just a sec. Philia, Teak. You alright?
Teak,
Ophelia doesn't snore.
Teak not know what happened. It hurt. Teak was so slow. What happened to Teak, Gustav?
I don't remember, unfortunately. But it seems you had a rough go of it. They cast a spell on you or something.
Teak not know. What happened to Teak? Does anyone know what happened to Teak?
A lot, I'm afraid.
What
Teak
was it, Eric?
Go to sleep.
Well, she kind of became giant at one point, and I didn't know you could do that, Teak.
Teak not do it.
Oh,
What's that now? What happened?
Teak became giant. Did you not see?
Oh, I saw that. Did you not do that on your own?
No.
Roll a lying check. I'd like to.
No.
Just kidding.
No, Teak not know what happened.
Wait, do you think it was maybe the guy? I mean, he has teleporting dogs. I wouldn't be surprised if he could make someone big.
Why would he do this to Teak?
Eric's gonna giggle. Maybe he wanted to make more food for his dog.
Well, he dead now, so it better not happen again.
Aye. Well, I'm sure it won't happen again.
Yeah. Thanks. Teak, go to sleep now. Good night.
Alright, sleep well. We go over to Philia.
Eric's gonna go back to butchering his dog, and then he's gonna look over at Cinder and Gustav, and then just like go back, look, chop, chop, chop.
Philia is sleeping. She's taking a nap.
I will check her for signs of life, if they are not obvious.
I mean, you can see her breathing. She just looks like she's kind of like passed out from exhaustion and taking a beating.
Okay. What, Eric? Anything you can do for him? Philia and Teak seem pretty banged up.
Well, I could try and heal them a little bit.
Would be good.
Wait 1 second, and he's gonna start wiping like the blood off of his hands and stuff. And then he's gonna pull out one of his bombs and just chuck it at them.
Wait.
Huh?
Well, if you're
Hello?
gonna throw that, you might as well get me in there as well.
Oh, you know what? He's gonna try and huddle closer to everyone. Come on, everyone, get together.
I guess I'll try to pick up the sleeping Philia and bring her over to Teak, who I imagine is in the...
Who you imagine is what?
Is she in the cart or is she in the tree?
She's in a
I'm
tree.
in a tree.
Hey,
It's
come
gonna
down
be
here.
tricky.
Teak, need alone time.
Go to
Don't
bed.
make
Come
you
on.
feel better.
Philia's gonna wake up from being picked up, but then pretend to still be asleep so that she doesn't have to move.
Like her eyes just twitching, and then it's noticeable. And everyone's like, yeah, I think she's awake.
Teak will slowly climb down the tree and stand by everyone else.
Be right back, baby.
I will bomb us all. Damn, I got a crit.
Okay. So, who are you throwing it directly at?
I guess I'm just like throwing it at all of us together. I'm probably going to be holding it, so I guess.
Well, it can only target like one square and then it does splash to the rest.
Okay, so who
You
looks
pick-
the most banged up?
Probably Philia.
Well,
Yeah,
Gustav is holding
probably
her, so.
But also, I kind of fucked up my character sheet, or something happened, because my damage did not stay.
Oh.
Oh, because we leveled up.
uh,
Well, yeah, you don't get all your HP back when you level up, but it might have done it automatically or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Teak had like 5 or 6 left, but I think Philia was way worse.
Yeah, I'll smack the,
Philia was in pretty bad shape. So yeah, Philia gets 7 HP back, everyone else gets 4.
I have another one. I'm gonna
I mean, if
smack
you wanna
Teak with
use
it.
Okay. So Teak
Oh,
gets
nice.
13 back, everyone else gets 4. There you go. Pretty good.
Very nice.
Teak. Teak, feel
Hello?
better. Thanks, Eric.
Eric will just nod and he'll be like, then go back to sleep. Go back to chopping up the dog.
Tink looks looks at Eric chopping up the dog and thinks it's probably smart to scavenge for meat, as that's something she probably would have done. But
You're gonna start scavenging the dogs from.
no. She's just thinking to herself, "Wow, Eric's doing something very smart. We should be taking the meat off these dogs." But actually, just gonna go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
She's not gonna help butcher the dogs. She's just complimenting Eric in her mind, and then she goes to sleep on the tree.
Nice. What's everyone else doing? Just going to sleep for the night, or what?
What time is it right now?
It is in the middle of the night. You don't know exactly.
Am I finished like butchering?
I mean, yeah, you cut up one of the dogs. I don't know if you want to do others, but yeah, you collect like some bones and meat and teeth and stuff from the dog. Some sort.
Okay. I have like one potion left and it's a tears to wine. So I'm thinking if I have like something to hold water and I have like a cooking pot, I might just try and get some water out of like that river or something and then turn it into wine.
Wow. Okay.
And then he's gonna like walk over to it like with to Gustav and Cinder if they're still awake. Just be like, I had some left.
What's this now?
It's wine.
Don't mind if I do.
Eric's gonna like prop it down in front of Cinder and then he's gonna take a seat.
I found this. I haven't made anything out of it yet.
What is it?
Sure, the torn, shredded letter. Or parchment, or whatever it is.
Sure. Yeah, he has kind of laid out as this like it's like crumpled up and bloody and torn kind of parchment. But it looks like he's getting closer to putting the pieces of it. It's hard to decipher exactly what it is, just because there's so much blood on it. I think between the two of you can probably figure something out.
Should we roll for it?
Sure. You guys can make me a
Use magic device. Sorry.
I guess it's not really linguistics, but we'll do the sake of it.
Should we do linguistics then?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
It's cutting out
Bastard.
because my internet's bad. I'm a genius. I'm a drunk genius.
While they're doing that, I'd like to gather all the dead bodies into a pile off of the road if I can.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you start gathering them up.
He's gonna call over to Gustav like, hey Gustav, come get a drink.
Yeah, alright. Head over.
Yeah, you head over to them, and you got a nice little pile of bodies there, apart from one of the dogs that's kind of been chopped up by Eric, and there's not much left. And kind of as you approach, you see Cinder has like these pieces laid out, and they're crumpled and bloody, and Eric is helping him, and they're both like moving them into place. And eventually, you guys can make out a somewhat like crudely drawn, and it's like bloodstains covering part of it, but what you can see is kind of a sketched in shape of like a ring, and then like maybe a quarter of a face that resembles Philia.
Is this a wanted poster? He's asking Cinder and Gustav.
I mean, maybe, but what would they want Philia for? I think it has something to do with Ashen Conclave or
Eric's
what
gonna point to
happened
the
in
ring.
camp.
Like he's gonna point to the ring on the piece of paper. I think you're right, Gustav. It makes sense. No wonder to her so much.
Bloody hell, this ain't good. Suppose we should probably tell her when she wakes up. Or
Better disguise.
I suppose that's true too. She should probably go in disguise.
Do you think we should make
Shame,
a dress around like a man? Or a kid?
I mean, I'll leave that to you. Never one for good disguises myself.
We could dress her like a dwarf.
I think that might be a little odd.
Well, I'm trying to think of things that are short and speak well. Or can speak well.
Right.
What do you think? We could like get a sack and fill it with stuff and like make her look fatter than she is.
I think this is probably a talk we should have with Phil.
Right, of course. What do you think, Cinder?
Well, I think Philia knows how to disguise herself. She's done it before, right?
Eric will nod. But they're still finding her, right? Otherwise he wouldn't be here.
I mean, we weren't too careful when we was in camp. Someone probably could have followed us.
Eric will nod. I think she's gonna have to wait a bit longer, unless it's just us in like a closed environment where no one can see her.
Alright. Speaking of who was following us, either you ever thought something like this? Dogs that poo from place to place.
No,
Eric's gonna laugh.
I've not seen any poof dogs before.
Huh?
He's gonna be right
I
back.
haven't done much fighting before I met any of you.
Trying
Okay.
for the best, Eric. But we're certainly glad you're here.
Eric will just grin and take more drinks of his pot of wine.
How much did I get healed from your heal earlier? 4.
8.
8.
I did 2 bombs.
Thank you.
Reggie.
You said your family was from the north, right, Eric?
Eric
If
will
we're
nod.
going to Lothlorien, will we be seeing your family too?
Well, my family. They never really responded to my letters. And if what Yuane says they anymore. And if they're not there, then I don't know where they could be.
Sorry to hear that, Eric, but maybe once we bring Teak to her family, get this thing sorted with Ilya, you can try to find yours.
I
Sound
think
alright?
they're smart, right? Plus, there's something I need to get.
Something you need to get back.
No, just some things that I ought to do before I go back to them.
Alright, something we can help with, or something you want to handle by yourself.
Eric will like scratch the back of his head. Well, well, I mean, you could help me, but well, don't laugh. But, and this might be a wild goose chase. I think I might try and follow anything I can find to get to the Philosopher's Stone.
The what?
It's a stone. It's supposed to like turn lead to gold and give you eternal life or something like that. I figured it could fix Philia. And if it can fix Philia, it might help me bring a name for myself.
I mean, sounds good to me. Do you have any idea where it might be?
Eric's just gonna shrug. Nope. I don't even know if it's real, but I've been trying to look it up. I haven't really stories yet. Hopefully, as we travel around, I might hear some whispers and follow that trail. It's around a lot, you know, traveling around. Around. Say that word any more time.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll keep our ears out for it.
Philosopher's Stone, eh?
Eric will nod. It's just a, you know, fairy tale. But you never know.
You heard of it, Cinder?
Nope, can't say that I have. But, I mean, why not? Why not try to look for it, that is? Can't imagine it's any less crazier than anything else that's going on here.
Eric will nod. Yeah, like teleporting dogs and a giant, and Philia having a bee the size of a small dog. Or a big dog.
Or a baby buffalo.
Just say a cow, bro. Cow the
I'm
other
really
day. I
angry at
drawn him as a
myself I
cow.
didn't make it a baby bear. So then it'd be a bear and a bee.
Right.
No, but
Wow.
the picture you sent was of a cow.
So what
So
should we
just
do
a-
for the rest of the night then?
Well,
I mean, we should probably get some sleep.
Eric will nod. I figured a quick drink would help you knock out.
I guess we'll just camp here then. I can take the watch. I guess Philia and Teak are gonna rest. Should probably get some rest too, Eric.
Eric will nod. I'm not much use in the dark anyway. If you need a second watch, just try and wake me and Teak.
Aye. I'm just gonna be moving these dog buddies around. Don't mind me. And while everybody's sleeping, he's gonna move the bodies into like a you know, like the
Pentagram.
yeah, like into some kind of like not
Something circle.
yeah, just like in a circle around like the camp.
Well, there's 2 more dead bodies of dogs, but we'll just pretend that.
As a warning to anyone passing by.
Oh, you're putting them as like a warning. So you're putting them like all around the camp? Is that what's
Yeah, right.
okay? So you like flay all these dead bodies out. Are you putting any on like the road, or are you just?
I guess we're just where we are, so like just wherever we are, I suppose.
Okay, so you make a weird circle around the camp
Yeah.
with dead bodies. And you're taking watch for the first watch?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like he's taking watch. Sounds like he's
Well,
playing with the dead body.
Playing with dead bodies.
What if
but
like a
taking
what
a
if
watch.
a bear shows up and it's like, oh, this
Sick
smells
fuck.
nice.
That could definitely happen.
And then it's like, oh, vegetables to go along with my meal, and then it's like, oh, Ophelia.
Okay. Roll me a perception check there, Cinder.
Just a regular one.
Yep. Okay. So you're kind of hanging out in camp, keeping an eye out, and a good amount of time passes. Probably, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours or so. And it's relatively quiet. Nothing too crazy happening. You know, just the crickets, grasshoppers out on the lawn, chirping away.
Right. Good, good.
But eventually, as you're resting at camp, you hear a sudden noise behind you.
Turn quickly.
And you turn quickly and see the man that you cut up earlier is has shambled towards and is right behind. He's all looks like he's, you know, still cut up and beat up, and he's just looks like he's about to fall on top of you. Go ahead and roll me for initiative there, sir.
Oh, jeez.
You can do it, Cinder.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You're doing pretty good tonight, huh?
Doing well. Doing quite well.
Oh. You saying did an update on here.
I didn't
Other
select
than
my token.
myself. Okay. Well, it looks like this thing goes first. And it kind of descends upon you, taking you by surprise, as you weren't expecting something like this. It's going to attack you.
Oh no.
What's your AC right now?
17.
What's your flat-footed AC, though?
12.
Okay. Seeing as you're caught off guard by this creature, it shambles upon you and slams its fists down upon you and starts gnawing at you. You take 6 points of damage.
Oh, you
I also need you to roll me a fortitude save.
Fortitude.
Oh,
Continuing the good rolls.
nice. You're on a good roll here.
Hey, 6, 7, 8. You're slowly going up, bud.
Yeah.
So as this zombie slams into you, you can see like this weird kind of green pus comes out of it, and when it bites into you, you can see some of that like drips into the wounds. You see here. Can you roll me a 1d4? Okay.
What did you expect?
Nice. Classy. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to use my movement to feint the target and then
Okay.
make an attack.
Alright.
So it loses its dexterity bonus.
Wow, someone's moving up in the world here. Finally rolled halfway decent. So yeah, this thing gets the drop on you and bites you and gnaws at you, and you manage to push it, and then you turn around, pulling out your curved elven blade, and just with one clean slash, you lop this thing like in half, diagonally across the torso, and it's still kind of for like a moment, and then goes limp, and it is dead.
The hell is
Let me
that?
see here. Oh, sorry. One second. As it dies, its corpse starts to swell and explodes.
Oh god.
What's your AC again? Without the flat-footed?
17.
Okay. Great. You take another 6 points of damage from this explosion.
I'm glad Eric
And-
healed me earlier.
And you need to make a fortitude save. This explosion of guts and pus also awakens the rest of the group. Oh good, you've failed another fortitude save.
Oh, what's happening?
So yes, you don't need to roll initiative, Philia. You all awaken to the sound of this kind of exploding, and you see Cinder is covered in these kind of like weird green goo guts and stuff, and he looks like he's a bit wounded, but he's standing next to what is now kind of just a pile of loose clothes and some pieces of a corpse.
What's happening?
Oi.
To my feet, run to his side.
No, nothing here. Just can get some more shut-eye, go back to sleep, and I'll just like kind of wipe the goo off my face and flick it onto the ground.
Nothing here. What the hell just happened?
The bandit that we killed earlier came back. Attacked me, but it's alright, it's taken care of.
What if the others come back as whatever that was? They all explode or whatever.
You're right.
Maybe we should move camp.
Eric is
Or
gonna
at
go and
least-
examine the dead body.
Burn them or something.
There's not much of a dead body to look. You could probably like find some skeletal fragments, like his skull's probably intact, and like his major skeletal features. There's just kind of like blood and pus and stuff dripping off the bones at this point.
Could I take some of his skeletal pieces?
Sure. Freak.
Could I also do a knowledge arcana check to see like why or how it came back to life?
I don't know if Arcana would be your go-to on this one. But there might not be a better option. Sure, you can roll me a knowledge arcana check. You are not entirely sure. Like, you don't know for sure exactly what happened to this man, but you remember hearing the rumors around that, like, some people when they were sick would come back after they were ill or something like that.
I think he's gonna like remember it, and then he's gonna like start writing it down.
What you're looking for over there?
Well, it came back to life, right? Kind of. I feel like it's something we should remember.
Right. I mean, you're pretty good with medicine and all that. I mean, do you want to have a look at this? It kind of bit me, and I noticed some of its green pussy goo thing go into me.
Cinder, you should have told us that first.
What? Well, I mean, everything's alright. I feel fine, but just maybe have a little look there and see what you can...
Yeah, but you might not feel fine in a second. Okay, what check do I do a medicine check? Heal check?
Yes, you do a heal check on him. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you inspect his wound, and it definitely looks like it's infected. It does not look like it's a good thing. It's kind of swelled up already, and you can see some of the like goo and stuff is. If you want, you have medicinal supplies. You attempt to like clean it out or try and fix it up.
I would like to try and heal him. Or clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really need to do you don't really need to do much. You help clean out the wound or anything like and you disinfect it or whatever you can do with the herbs and supplies that you have on hand. I mean, it looks clean. Doesn't necessarily look better, but you've helped.
I think Eric's just gonna like fumble around and try and, do what he can, and then he's gonna be like, if this thing starts hurting even more, you let me know. In fact, if it does anything, let us know.
Oh, alright. It looks pretty good to me. Like I said,
it doesn't look very good to me.
It doesn't really hurt that much. It's fine.
Yeah, but you could get ill from this stuff. Plus if we're traveling around, we don't have a full-on doc to heal you if you become, terribly, terribly.
Maybe there's someone in Wild Man who can help.
Eric will nod. Maybe we should get you something like tougher to wear, so you can't get bit all the time.
Oh, I don't know about that. I quite like being able to move around.
I know, we could just get you some, I don't know, forearms and stuff. Or some big gloves.
Well, we'll see.
Eric will nod. Well, in that case, you should probably rest now. Oh, I wonder if Teak will be willing to do it.
Well, before we all go back to bed, shouldn't we do something about all these potential problems? Like, what? Who put them all around us like this? I think they're on the move. I go over to one, start stabbing it.
You're stabbing the dog corpses.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it just kind of moves as you stab it. You know, it's you poke it, just goes
What,
back
did it
to its
move?
resting position after it's been poked.
Gustav, is it alive?
I don't know, but it certainly wasn't here when we went to bed. They were all in a pile, right? Now they've got us surrounded.
Oh, you're right. You'd think if we close up and attack us.
Maybe, but they don't seem to be reacting right now. Should we burn them or something? Or just leave?
Would the woodland around it start catching fire?
I mean, we could try to keep it contained. I've made a fire
True.
before.
Cinder's just trying to get some sleep while this is going on.
Why don't we,
just throw them off the cliff?
That's what I was gonna suggest. I feel like Philia would tell us to throw them off the cliff.
I mean,
Delia's awake. She woke up from explosions.
they can
I'm
poof
kidding.
though, right? They'll just come out.
You're right. Maybe we should just
Or
cut them up and
stop.
throw them off the cliff. I mean, burn them. It's gonna.
I mean, we could pack up camp and keep going.
Do you think we should?
I don't know.
To leave.
Delia's gonna pull out one of her daggers and go to the dog right next to her. Can we just behead them and throw them off the cliff?
I mean, at least they couldn't bite us that way. Alright. I'll go about chopping off heads and tossing the bodies into the river. Cause that's sanitary.
No, but you do it anyway. Yeah, you start chopping off the dogs' heads and throwing them in the river. They start kind of drifting down the river.
The butcher of our helm strikes again.
Yeah, apparently.
This time with literal butchery.
Alright. Shouldn't give us any more problems. I'll stay up a bit. I'll wake you up for next watch, Eric, alright?
Eric will nod. Alright. Sounds good.
Alright. I take next watch.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, you guys chop off these dogs' heads and throw the bodies and the heads in the river and settle in for the night. The same place. And it's a relatively peaceful night the rest of the time. You guys get a long rest in. if you want to get a late start, you get a long rest in. Just because you're already up pretty late.
I say we do it.
Team?
Sounds good.
I want a long rest.
Eric will nod. I mean, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you guys sleep in a little bit, and by late morning, you have the camp packed up and ready to go. You can take another day off your rations. And
Can I also spend some time to rejig one of my spells? Namely, the Enlarge Person spell.
yeah, if you want to redo that, you feel free.
Thank you.
I imagine everyone else preps their potions and such. Or not, maybe.
Yes. Sorry,
Julia's
my
gonna
family
get
are.
ready for the morning.
Good.
I'm gonna make some potions.
Gonna use a fearful guise to make myself look human and not with stuffs as normal.
So you're a different human, is what you're
Nope, because no one told me anything. So
Yeah,
I'm
we
the
will.
same human.
There you go.
We'll have that talk after I'm done making my potions.
Yeah. Before we head out.
Yeah, before you guys head out, you see Philia fearsome guys into like her normal. And then you bring up the whole thing with maybe she should change it up.
We'll show her the note.
Yeah.
Eric will look over at Ophelia and be like, we're gonna have to up your disguise level.
I think it should be fine. They got my nose wrong.
You haven't even seen the note.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Now we're showing it to you.
Okay.
I mean, even if that's true, they still found us once, right?
And they were clearly after you too.
Would a nymph be okay? I think I can pull that off.
Well-
She's like,
I don't know. Seeing as how I don't know what that is, it might draw more attention. Unless
I think she should become like a child or something. And do you mind dressing up like a little kid, like a little boy, or like a dwarf, or like a halfling? Do we have those in Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Doesn't Philly already look like a halfling?
Somewhat.
Alright, then maybe not a halfling then. Do you mind looking like an old man dwarf? We can get you a beard or something and like a bit of a belly.
Philia's gonna like try to hide her like facial reaction to be like, I don't want to look like that.
Eric's gonna be like, look, Ophelia, they're clearly after you. And you already went down twice yesterday. It's just for when we're outside. You know, by ourselves. You don't have to wear it anymore. Plus, it might be fun. You parade around like a dwarf. Oh, that's rude. Eric's gonna like say that to himself and then go back to making his potions.
Philia will use another fearsome guise and will look like a warrior dwarf woman.
Alright. You fearsome guise yourself into a warrior dwarf. What exactly do you look like?
We got braided red hair, short and stout with like metal armor and freckles. With a big ass distinctive nose.
Do you have a female beard?
No. Absolutely not.
Hey man, dwarves rock those.
Yeah, I guess you're not a very good-looking dwarf.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. You're an ugly
pretty
dwarf.
ugly by dwarf standards.
Well,
Oh, we're not going by dwarf standards, we're going by Philia standards.
Lord Urder is quaking in his boots. His little dwarf boots.
Okay, so yeah, you have a new dwarf warrior companion in your group, and you guys pack up your camp and set back on the road unless there's anything else you want.
I might want to do something. Is the dwarf warrior woman flying around on a tiny buff?
She's riding her baby buffalo. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Is the baby buffalo flying?
I mean, it's definitely hovering. Like, if you look closely, you can tell that it's like it's not actually like.
Yeah, it's like
it's like hovering above the ground.
I'm
yeah,
just
it's
gonna
like
look over at
dangling.
the
It's not
bee.
even looking like it's walking.
But if
I
you were
think-
far enough away,
Yeah, if you're far enough away, you could. It would be hard to. But you're close and you can see it. It looks like it's got like dangly legs that are like kind of dragging on the ground.
Julia, I just had a question. What exactly is this thing?
oh, this is Willow. We have them back in Raffier. Here, as she'll like, as are we like moving, or is this before we're moving?
This is before you've started moving out of town.
Elio will kind of like lift like the face thing off, so then he sees like a bee face. He's like, "Isn't he adorable?"
Ah,
As
right.
like
Yeah,
Willow's
he's very
gonna do a
cute.
little.
But he's very suspicious.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it's gonna.
you
but-
look at it, Gustav, and it's a giant like bee head, and it's disgusting. Like it's an insect head. It does not look cute.
It's adorable.
Right, adorable. I just don't know if we're trying to be like stealthy, right, and we're trying to keep you hidden. I think maybe buzzing baby buffalo might be a bit. I don't know. I'm starting to look into the group for help.
A terrible idea. It's a terrible idea, Philia.
Well, maybe not terrible, but maybe if we see someone coming, right, like on the road.
I'll be right back. Package is here or delivery. So maybe take a break.
Okay.
And you get DiGiorno furniture.
I'll be right back as well, actually.
Alright. Back.
Same.
Julia's getting all her freedom taken away. I can't even have a flying buffalo anymore.
What can we say except you're extremely...
I don't belong to this plane. Give me some slack.
Yeah, but we need to keep you safe, you stupid bitch.
Julia hasn't been in this world. This looks like a perfectly normal buffalo. Hiding a perfectly normal giant bee that everyone should have. Okay? This is like standard. Like this would be the horse equivalent, okay? Y'all didn't even know what a nymph was. Disappointment.
Please don't mind me, I'm trying to kill this thing.
What are you trying to kill?
So, just before I joined D&D, I was trying to do the Hero X challenges and the Breath of the Wild thing. And I'm really bad at this game, so they make me really panicky. So I'm a guy and everything else in my path. Oh shit, bitch. Oh! I'm running out of food.
Yeah, Ray, guess what?
What?
I had a vocal teacher, like coach, and like the finals coming up that I have to upload, and he made me watch, and he's like, "What don't you like?" And I was just like, "My vibrato's hella annoying," and he's just like, "I like it," and I was just like, "I don't know how to turn it off." He's like, "No, that's good."
Well, he's clearly needs to be fired because he's lying to you.
I know. I was just like, he's like, it's a good speed, like it's good timing, and I was just like, I don't know how to turn it off. He's like, fine, we'll just stick with like you don't need to know that. I was just like,
Yeah. It'd be like that. Someone told me they liked my vibrato. And I was like, oh, honey, you don't know what vibrato is then. You must have some weird skewed idea of what vibrato is.
it's frustrating because he sings for the Chicago Lyric Opera. He did a performance at the Met before, so like it's not like he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just like
Nope, you can be a
I
good singer
want
and not know what you're talking about. Just because you can doesn't mean you can teach, bitch.
He also
You know-
has a PhD, so
I'm sure he does know what he's talking about. To him, as someone who I assume probably mostly sings classical, right?
that's his
Or
one specialty.
almost
He does classical and foreign
exclusively.
language.
Yeah, he wouldn't necessarily know.
Exclusively.
Yeah, he wouldn't necessarily know how annoying like fast vibrato like that can be when you're trying to sing more contemporary stuff, you know?
Any other genre.
Yeah, really any other genre. So of course to him he's gonna be like, it's fine. There's no need for you, because if he had that, he wouldn't try to train it out, right? And so he's like, it's fine. I don't see what the problem is. The problem is if you'd be trying to, you know.
So I was just like, but can we figure out how to change? He's like, no, you're only going to be doing classic. Okay, I guess you're right.
No, he's wrong. I know.
Because every other teacher in the department is just like, he's the most like insightful. He knows a lot, which he does. Like, he's hella smart. But like, there's one thing I was just like, I guess I'm not getting.
Okay, I'm back. What's happening?
Oh, not Eric, Felia's complaining.
Just,
What's wrong now, Philly?
what's new? I'm just saying these people are uneducated. They don't know what nymphs were. Okay, that's first. Second off, this is a perfectly normal looking buffalo. I've seen like two since I've entered this world. And they look exactly like this. And this giant beast. This is normal, okay? This is.
Guys, I
like,
just want to
I've
say.
seen more.
No, I just want to say. Even freaking Patrick doesn't know what a buffalo is because he sent a fucking picture of a cow. And he was like, this is what it looks
Googled
like.
baby buffalo.
You found a long-haired cow.
I googled baby buffalo.
He had to Google baby buffalo because he doesn't know what it looks like. My point exactly?
Well, Delia probably doesn't know what a buffalo looks like either, so that's what she thought a buffalo looked.
Are we all here?
Yeah.
I think so.
Except for no, Abel, you came back.
Okay, sorry. Where were we? Are you guys still just arguing in character this whole time?
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if we see someone coming, maybe Willow could stop flying, because the buzzing, I think, is attracting some attention. Maybe.
Can Willow walk?
Okay. Yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, Willow can
Yes.
Willow can technically walk, but it ruins the discussion.
Because the legs.
Because,
The
like,
legs-
the feet.
Yeah, the feet and the legs aren't long enough for it to be proportioned to a buffalo.
Yeah, maybe.
Willow will sit
two-
at the back of the car.
Yeah, just when we see someone coming, you can fly low rest of the time. And this is all just for your
Okay.
safety. Alright, let's get a move on then.
Teak marks her tree. She feeds Beak.
Okay.
Delia sings a song with Pip.
Does Willow dance to the song? Or...
Willow dies.
Bees hate music.
Willow
Poor
has
Willow.
like a happy gallop.
They only like jazz.
That's pretty catchy.
Yeah, you guys get some pretty decent music as you make back out onto the road. Headed for Wild Meadow. And,
While we're on
Sorry.
the road,
yes.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
while we're on the road walking, is it all right if Teak attempts to teach Beak a new trick?
Takes like a week, but you can start.
Yeah, like just start. Yeah, starting.
Yeah, what do you want to teach? Or
Start.
teach.
Teach Beak. Yeah, Teak wants to teach Beak the trick Seek.
Okay.
I didn't think of that rhyme scheme as I picked out.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Roll an animal handling check.
Okay. So we can start having Beak learn that. Nope. So sad.
Unfortunately, it's not going.
No, it's alright. Teak will just be Teak is understanding. She understands what it's like to learn something new and not grasp it right away.
Yeah, I bet she does.
So she's very understanding of her pet Beak. She rewards Beak anyway with a piece of jerky.
How kind.
Then other than that, she's walking beside the cart.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything specific on the road, or are you just waiting it out?
At one point, I would like to walk up next to Teak.
Okay. You do so.
I feel
Teak, feel better today.
that's good. You're pretty shaken up last night.
Yeah. Teak not know why she suddenly become size of trees.
And the little
So-
beak will sit on you.
Teak so slow. It like... And Teak kept getting bite by dog, and Teak not able to dodge.
Alright, it's awful. I'm slowly realizing that I'm making everything worse. But it's over now, and I'm sure it won't ever happen again, like Cinder said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Teak trusts Cinder. Cinder friend.
Right.
I know we killed guy who did it to Teak.
Yes, we'll kill anyone that enlarges you. That's what friendship is for.
Teak okay now. Teak feel a lot better thanks to sleep and thanks to Eric.
That's
I
good.
like how I came second to sleep.
Well, the sleep did heal more.
Yeah, but I'm a better friend. Just kidding. You're right.
Teak just hope we not run into more bad guys.
Yeah.
Teak slowly understanding what a bad guy is. Very nice character development.
Listen, someone who's absolutely good and a
I'm
good
back.
person who attacks us is also bad.
Welcome back, Fisty.
Hey,
Kinda
How is-
started without you.
Oh, good.
We were talking about killing the next person who tries to enlarge Teak.
Yeah, basically, we convinced Ophelia to not fly Willow with other people around. And then we were just checking in on T based on what happened last night. And we're saying basically what Eric was saying. And we're gonna kill anyone else who casts enlargement spells on T.
Nice.
And there was a part where Teak was like, yeah, no, because Gustav was like, yeah, don't worry, I think Cinder said it wouldn't happen again. And then Teak was like, yeah, I trust Cinder, Cinder friend.
Say that. Yeah.
I think we're pretty close to Wild Meadow, so I don't think we'll be running into any more problems, right? Who's got
Don't
a
say
map?
that. Don't say that, Gustav.
Oh, it might be. Who's got a map?
Eric will pull out the map.
Sorry,
The
what
map,
are you trying
the
to
map,
see?
The map,
on the
map.
How long
far?
it'll take us to get to Wild Meadow? Because we were traveling for 2 days so far, I think. Or I guess this
Yeah.
is the third.
You'll reach, since you got a late start, you'll probably get there around nightfall.
Yeah, see? We'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm ready to get into a nice bed. And then he's just gonna keep walking.
Teak thinks trees are very comfortable.
Teak, you have claws. I'm sure you find many things that I don't find comfortable. Like
Well-
not bathing.
Well, Teak think if Teak try bath, Eric should try sleeping in tree with Teak.
Okay, but if I fall, who's going to catch me?
Cinder trustworthy.
Willow.
Also, then what we sleeping is the thing.
Right. Well, maybe we can put cart underneath tree Eric sleeping, and if Eric fall out, Eric fall in cart.
Teak, that's the problem. I don't want to fall. Period.
Once you learn not to fall out of tree become really comfortable.
What, so you just sit on a branch and you sleep on the wood?
No, Teak can help. We can tie you to branch.
So we're still sitting on the branch.
No, you lay on branch.
Okay, but what about a hammock? Can we make a hammock?
What is hammock?
Eric's just gonna look like mind blown. This woman sleeps in trees, but she doesn't know what a hammock is. Teak, I'm about to blow your mind. Not literally. Don't worry. He corrects himself because obviously Teak's gonna take it seriously.
Okay. Hello, Teak.
Tonight, you and me are experiencing a havoc.
Okay. But it will be in tree?
Eric will nod, unless we make it to town.
Okay. Teak nods. This is very agreeable to her.
Eric's gonna start looking for hammock supplies as they travel.
What are you trying to make a hammock out of?
Big
Vines?
leaves. Vines and big leaves.
Make me a survival check.
Yes, sir.
Make me a hammock check.
Oh, I was about to roll stealth back.
Nice.
Is Cinder asleep?
Dude, that's up to you. Like, you guys are on the road again towards Wild.
On the road again.
I don't know. If he's not asleep and he's watching these fools do this, he's gonna wait until they finish. So you
building it?
Yeah. So tell me what this thing looks like.
Well, they haven't built it yet because you guys are still on the road. He's just gathering supplies to try and make it to.
Right. Gotcha.
But I mean, Eric is like stopping on the road, grabbing like vines and leaves, and it's like to him these are sturdy as hell, and like it's definitely gonna go together great. Eric thinks he's doing a great job.
I'm a genius. I'm the best. Hoven? Wait, what am I talking about again? I'm the.
Obviously, anyone can
I'm the best
tell.
hammock maker ever.
Obviously, anyone can tell that this is going to be a really shit build, right?
Except Eric.
Not yet. Right now, it's just
Okay.
raw materials. Like maybe once he puts it together.
Okay. Alright, then Teak is just eyeing what Eric is picking out.
Ophelia as plant person.
Eric is like thinking to himself that he should have opened up a hammock store like years ago. All this stuff.
Ophelia's the
This
only
is
one that
fucking
can tell
awesome.
it's bad material because she's a plant.
Whoa. That's like saying I can tell what's good or bad leather because I'm made of skin.
Yeah, you can.
That's great.
That's kind of true.
Let's not appropriate. Let's not make assumptions about Ophelia.
I like this assumption. Definitely. Okay. Is anyone else doing anything crazy, or you guys
I'm good.
kind of? Are you guys continuing about your business on the road?
I'm just continuing our business.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So after, another half day's journey along the road, you guys finally are getting nearer and nearer to Wild Meadow. And you can see the land is becoming a little less swampy and like a little bit more farmlandish as you are nearing. But as you're getting closer and closer to the actual town, you're noticing that like some of the crops don't look like they've been terribly well kept. And you can see like even farther out there's some cottages along the road, very small little like thatch roof cottages on some of these farmlands, people living out away from the center of town and everything. But yeah, as you guys are approaching over time, you see things are starting to degrade ever so slightly. And, at some point, you kind of come over a rolling hill and you see a herd of sheep kind of flocking and feeding in the plain. But you're still not in sight of the town yet. But it looks like the sheep have kind of become overgrown. Looks like they haven't been sheared lately, and you don't see any shepherd with them. And they slowly, the herd kind of approaches your guys, kind of blocking the road a bit. And you see they're like up sniffing on you guys, and they're sniffing your cart, and some of them are like gathered around. What's the name of your bee again? Wilbur?
Willow.
Willow. Jesus. I couldn't remember. They like start gathering around Willow. They're like kind of sniffing at Willow. They seem a little bit intrigued and confused. And you can see the sheep are kind of dirty and not super well kept right now. But they're grazing out in the fields.
I would like to sense the motive of these sheep.
Okay.
Do I trust these sheep?
Roll me a sense motive check on the sheep.
They're swarming us.
They seem like sheep.
Teak is going to pat one of the sheep and give the sheep some like
Cinnamon.
no. Yeah, just let it eat cinnamon. No. Probably I don't know what comprises trail rations, but if there's like dried fruits or something in that nature, she might give
Sure.
sheep.
Yeah. Got some dried up fruit and stuff that you give to the sheep. It looks happy. And after like a good 10 or 15 minutes, the sheep kind of clear and you guys are free to keep moving.
What was that all about?
Oh, so what now?
Town doesn't seem very well kept. Cinder, is this normal?
Is it normal? Well, I don't know what's normal around here. Maybe they have a late shear season or something.
I guess.
Are the sheep following us?
No, they're moving past you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys continue down the road towards Wild Meadow, and as you do, the fields seem to degrade more and more until you finally come over the last hill, and you can see that there's like a river running not far from the town. Yeah, and I mean, I think at this point you guys can see there's some things floating in the river.
Take a
Is
look.
it the headed dog bodies?
What's floating in the river?
Are you going to approach and check it out?
Yeah.
Yes, Teak is.
Yeah. I mean, as you guys get closer, you can see that there are some of the decomposing corpses of the dogs stuck on like rocks and things in the little river next to the town.
We turn to the right, we see little children. Mommy, Daddy, what's that?
But I mean, as you're nearing the village and this river, you don't see anybody outside. And as you kind of approach I guess it's really a town, you can see like things are looking a little bit worn down. It's overcast. Some of the roofs have holes in them, and the whole town is kind of like you see it here. There's just kind of a town square with different houses and buildings and the like. And surrounding the town square, there's other kind of thatch roof houses and stuff like that out in the farmlands. And
This
you
place,
don't see many people.
this place doesn't look too good. Do you think whatever happened to that thing that attacked us is happening to this place?
The bandit that come to life?
Aye.
Well, Teak not know. Only one way to find out is go look.
Well, let's go then.
I'm just.
So yeah, yes.
I was gonna say. Didn't that other fella say that he came from Wildmount? Ferrand? Ah, Ferrand, that bastard. That lying bastard.
What do you suppose he was trying to do?
Did not Dawn Guard, Church of Dawn, New Dawn, tell us that there should be Church of New Dawn people here in Wild Meadow too?
I think it was Lothriel.
They're starting to go everywhere, aren't they? Unless they wait, did they started in Lothriel, didn't they?
Lothriel's
Yes.
their main place. Well, I suppose we can go in there. Just keep your wits about you. You never know what the town folk might do with a cart full of everything we got here. They might be desperate.
Okay.
Well, if you think about it, I'm an alchemist. Felia's not human. Teak isn't exactly short-nailed. And Gustav is the butcher of Firehelm? Do you think it's safe for us to even go into Lothriel? Especially when there's like a wanted poster with Felia's face on it?
Well,
Well, we don't have to go into Lothriel, but I mean, the whole point is to go to the Free Meadows, right?
Safe enough to say.
We're heading to the Free Plains.
Eric will nod.
How we get there is, you know, a different way. We don't have to stop there.
Eric will nod. I want to find your parents, Cinder, but it might be dangerous for us. Traveling as we are now.
Aye.
we can talk and reassess later and maybe come up with new route. But we already say no to boat, so that not in picture.
We don't have to change it entirely, but we could come up with a better plan on how we're going to travel through. Maybe get our story straight, better disguises, avoid people a little bit.
Aye. Also, Lothriel's a big place. Might be easy to blend in.
Eric will nod, but so is Ken, and we just ran into the Inquisitor twice.
Yeah. What are the odds? Although, I guarantee the High Priest was there too.
Even worse. And this isn't even their main area.
Anyway. What are we gonna do about this here? Point to the town.
Well, we should go take a look and see.
I'm up for that. I mean, it's getting pretty dark. Either we can stay or we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Would like to take a quick scan of the town and see if there's any like smoke coming out of chimneys and stuff.
Okay, roll me a perception check. You see some smoke in parts of the town.
Well, at least we know that some of the fires are gone, so there's people there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we go ask them?
Yeah, place to stay. Nice bed would be good.
Teak was supposed to make hammock with Eric.
I'm sure you'll get plenty of chances for that. Don't worry, Teak.
Once again, Cinder, you are right. Teak should trust you completely.
Aye, Teak. I've not set you wrong yet.
And then with that, Teak is going to turn and start walking towards the town, keeping an eye out for any bad people and or zombies. Although they're not exclusive to one another. They can be bad people and zombies.
Wow. Okay, so you guys slowly ride the cart towards the small little gate with watchtower attached at the edge of town. And as you ride into the town square, you don't see anyone. You see that there's buildings around, and there's some carts with what looks like empty crates on them, like left in the street and stuff. And you also notice a large bonfire going in the center of town. It's not actually lit, but it is still smoking.
What the hell is this?
Question, does this, I don't know, fire remind me at all of the fires that were in Farhelm when the New Dawn was killing all those people?
In what way?
I don't know. Similar structure. I don't imagine I've seen too many bonfires.
Are you talking about like a pyre, like when they had those people up and they were burning
Yes.
them? Not really.
Okay,
It just looks like a giant bonfire.
We're in the clear.
But the streets are pretty dirty and empty, and it's quickly becoming nightfall. It's getting darker and darker by the second.
Teak will sniff the air for food.
You'll sniff the air for food.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of someone cooking.
Cinder will
make me a survival
look
check.
around for a sign that says inn or of such.
Stop showing off your reading privilege.
I would like to get closer to the bonfire. I want to see what they were burning.
Okay. You approach the bonfire. Are you gonna like dig through it? I mean, it looks like there's a lot of ash and stuff.
Yeah, I'll use my messed up hand. Push through some.
Okay. Make me intelligence-based perception.
So they'll just be +2 to whatever the
You can
14.
Your intelligence gives you more. That's pretty.
You can change it as well. If you click on the cogwheel, you can change the stat that it uses.
Next time. Do you want me to re-roll?
No. It's just +2 to this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start to sift through this pile of ashes and there we go. And there's definitely some like wooden scraps and things like that, and eventually you find what looks to be some like charred bone.
Like human bones? Can I tell?
It's hard for you to tell if it's human or not. Just looks like, I mean, it's pretty fucked up. Like it's charred and singed and like kind of crumbling away.
How big was this bonfire? Like, if it was people, how many people could be in this? Like, are we talking dozens or are we talking like a handful?
Dozens.
Okay. I'm gonna look around to see if I see anyone moving or people.
As of right now, you don't see any people or anything.
Alright, back to the group.
Teak, you do smell. You do smell some food for sure.
Can we tell how long this thing's been burning? Sorry, go ahead first.
Can she discern what direction it's coming from?
Yeah. You can tell that off towards like the kind of southern part of town, there's a building where the smell is coming from.
Okay. Teak will gesture towards the southern part of town to her friends.
Cinder, were you looking for something too? You rolled a perception check?
I was looking for an inn.
Okay, yeah, you're also just looking for... I think as you're looking around, you finally, like, before you even find it, Teeks gestures to the group to go to follow her to the southern part of town.
Eric will follow.
Teak lets her nose lead the way, while she lets her friends try to read the signs, because she cannot read that fast yet. Takes her some moments.
Okay. So yeah, you guys follow Teak through the town to the southern part, and eventually you find a little bit of a larger building. It looks like it's run down a bit. The sign is kind of dangling from one of the chains. Looks like the one broke, but you can see there that the sign says the Balanced Boulette.
What does that mean?
Balanced what?
Boulette.
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 Boulette. Okay.
Boulette.
Boulette.
What the heck?
Or Boulette, you know, however you want to pronounce it.
A bidet.
If you want to get Frenchy, you can call it a Boulette. But you guys aren't very Frenchy, so I would imagine that you're calling it the Boulette.
Yeah, we get a translation.
A translation? That's it. That's it. Boulette. That's the word.
What is it?
You don't know.
Teak will walk in since no one wants to walk in.
When I get back to the group before we walk in. I like this sort of in a hushed tone. I checked out that bonfire over there. It might have been people, so I'm worried that when others came through, they sort of did what they might have done with Firehound. Yeah.
What, you think they're eating people here?
We're not eating people, we're burning them.
Like burning them to eat them? Like cook them?
No. I mean, maybe, but probably not. Who was
stop?
talking about eating people? What?
How long? Can you tell how long the fire has been burning?
I mean, sort of look back at it. It's still smoking, so I don't know.
Do you think the Church of the New Dawn moved through her and did this?
I mean, that's what I was trying to say, but without saying the name.
Or maybe it animal bone and they was eating?
I mean, maybe. I'm just saying, be on your guard, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we have to if they already left?
I mean, probably not, but might explain why we haven't seen so many people.
Okay. And as you guys prepare to enter the balanced belay, we will take our break because it's been slightly over 2.
Wait, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
That's why we're taking a break, homie.
Be right back.
My family are also doing like this weird Zoom call, and they're talking about like.
That's what my family's trying to do today. And it's like, I might have to leave a little bit early for that. We'll see. Or I might just not
I
do
have
it 'cause
Ramadan now,
care.
so like I have to pretty much leave D&D, sleep for like 2 hours, wake up and eat, and then go back to sleep. And these guys are trying to do like a religious like hangout kind of thing. Like they're basically just hanging out, but they're like trying to just talk about like, you know, spiritual stuff. And it's like, I'm planning to play D&D, bros.
I want to talk about spiritual stuff and try to play D&D. It's all the spirituality I need.
Pretty much, I have them like on a separate. I have it, and I have like one headphone from like some shitty headphone in to one ear, and I'm not basically paying attention there. And I'm just playing D&D with my other headphone, like listening to like what you guys are saying, and I can barely hear what they're saying. But every now and then, it's like, yeah, man, spirituality, bro.
Sad.
Okay, be right back, guys.
Good. Don't even come back. Fucking freak.
So, Ophelia, why is there a wanted poster with your name on it?
I don't know.
Does this have to do when you disappeared and came covered in blood that wasn't your own? Did you kill a bunch of people?
That's a good question, honestly.
not accusing you of anything. We just want to know how many people did you kill?
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying you're a murderer, but we gotta know who it was.
I'm not saying you killed somebody. I'm just asking you how many.
Just a rough ballpark number, you know?
I don't know. Not like I remembered what happened.
That excuse is not gonna fly.
Yep, especially not when the new guard gets you.
Ophelia honestly doesn't know, so yes, I'm dead. I'm being prosecuted for a crime I didn't commit.
Well, you may have committed it.
But it wasn't me.
But it might have been you.
But it wouldn't have been me in my mental state. So
Well, with that logic, I'm not the butcher of Farhelm.
my point exactly. Like, it's not our fault.
Okay,
I
I'm on
didn't
board.
choose it. If I had control, it wouldn't have happened. So it's not my fault. It's like if I committed a murder when I was sleepwalking. Not like I knew I was committing a murder.
Just manslaughter.
Babe, can I just use the toilet quick? There's no toilet roll down there. Can I just use... Just, I'll only be a minute. Only be a minute. Babe, there you go. Wasn't long. Babe. Yeah? There you go. It's all done. Right. Yeah, what do you want me to put in? Alright. That's alright. Rox, your phone's going off. Okay. Why? Babe, I've got what you always get. Come down and show me. I got a blow dry, Sure it's okay. I said I'm sure it's okay. Stop panicking. Right, don't go mental. Right, I might have accidentally switched your hair dye out for red hair dye.
Accidentally?
Industrial red. Right, but look.
What?
Look.
Look at my hair!
Rox, I think it really suits you. It's it's a colour that I love. It's a football colour that we both like.
Sorry, you've dyed my hair a football colour red. Sorry, you better sit down. Don't touch me. Sit down.
It looks lovely on you, don't you? Give us a little twirl.
Do you know what?
Give us a
Do you
twirl.
know what?
Give
No.
us a twirl.
Do you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm so tough. Look how lovely my hair is. You knocked me off because you knocked me off.
Hold
Look
on.
at me.
Hold on.
This girl is on fire.
No, you're not meant to.
Sort of backfired on you, isn't it, eh? Oh, you better watch you while you sleep, boy.
Yeah, if you like it. If you like it.
See ya.
Guys. What's up?
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm like listening to this like talk and they're all like preaching about stuff and I'm just sitting here like, oh guys.
Drag.
It's like weird hearing people talk about like good shit and like being good, being nice and something about the spirit and whatnot. Oh,
It's weird to hear people talk about being nice.
it's weird hearing it from people where like, okay, so like 90% of this call is great. Like they're really nice people, but then like I know some people that are like, in my opinion, not the best, if you know what I mean. And they're like talking about like being good, and you can tell like it's kind of kiss arsery a little bit as well. And it's like do you like not see half the things that you do? Like, you're such a hypocrite. Like, I get that this is trying to be like a wholesome talk and everything like that, but it's like you like it's just like disturbing because like people don't see how like or like how awful they are in terms of like spirituality and stuff. But then they're like talking about like this great thing. It's mostly just this one group of people that are talking right now that is like throwing me off. Like 90% of those guys are fucking great. They're like fucking great, right? But then it's like my uncle and aunt that are talking from here, from London, and I know that like some of the shit that they do is so fucking weird and it's so disrespectful and they're so backwards about it, but it's just like, how can you be talking about this stuff in your age when you don't even understand that some of the shit that you pull is so fucking stupid? Like, there's nothing spiritual or like good about some of the shit that you pull. Like, it's just like, it's just uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like,
I kind of get what you mean.
Are you on drugs right now, Zion?
No, I'm listening to this like talk by my cousins and my aunts and uncles and stuff on Zoom. You know what I mean?
Huh.
I should honestly pay attention to them because like it's literally like people from all over the world, like all of our like fucking dope family just trying to be like wholesome and like nice and stuff, but it's just hard to like listen to it, especially when I'm like not trying to be religious right now. Well, like everyone's trying to be good and shit, but then like I'm not like on the same level of devotion as some of these guys, but like it's just still difficult to hear like unwholesome people talking about being wholesome and then kind of kissing asses like in the middle of it, and it's just like, stop, please stop.
Got ourselves a heretic on our hands.
Like, you know,
Burn the heretic.
I believe in the spiritual side of like it, you know what I mean? Like, I think that religion is a great guide to be like a better person, you know? It's like a good moral compass. But then like I don't know, it's weird. I'm just an asshole.
Like Pennywise the Clown it?
Yeah, basically I'm a fucking clown.
Are we all here?
I'm here.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone spoke at the same time. I heard Fisty and Ray.
Hello.
Abellum, okay. Patrick's there. Abellum.
Yep.
Okay, so we're all here then. So you all make your way into the balanced boulet. As you swing the door open, you get a kind of dusty cloud that washes over you guys, and you can see a somewhat rundown interior. Some candlesticks look like they've been burned down to the bases and things like that. You don't see anyone inside immediately. Looks like your kind of standard tavern layout on the inside. Some tables with chairs, and there's a bar at the back with some stools in front.
And no people.
No one that you can see, no.
And there's no light coming from inside.
There's currently no light or anything like that inside this place.
Go to the bar and call out. Hello? Anyone back there?
You call out, but you get no response.
Yeah, alright, this is getting worse.
Take a quick look out the back. As in, like, behind the bar or whatever.
Yeah, you take a look out the back and you can see, well, behind the bar, I guess, you can see, like, in the back room there's a kind of wood-burning oven and things like that. You can smell the food coming from there, and it looks like there's things cooking.
Well, it looks like the fire's going. Well, the food's cooking. Maybe somebody went out to take a piss or something. Be back shortly.
I mean, maybe.
Ophelia go to the back and just like knock the door and like peer in. Just be like, hello?
That's where Cinder is right now.
Oh, okay.
He's just in the back room.
Any signs of a struggle back here?
Damn. You're gonna pull out your detective's badge next? Make me a intelligence-based perception check. You look around and like, there's CSI Cinder for real. There's like some patterns in the dust and things like that. Looks like footprints, maybe, but like doesn't look like anything's been knocked around or anything.
Alright. I'll leave the back room. Go to the front where I guess Gustav is and just be like... Oh, I guess Philia is there as well. Just talk to Philia. Doesn't look like there's been any kind of struggle or anything. Maybe they're just...
Philia's gonna... Give me a second. She's gonna, like, walk outside. Is there... Have we seen any wildlife? Like birds?
Around the village, there's not a lot of wildlife around the town.
We saw a gang of sheep.
Yeah, I mean, that was the last big sign of wildlife you saw. The sheep that were outside the town.
So there's no birds?
I mean, not that you really see around the town. I mean, like, if you want to look into the forest, you could probably see some, like, maybe high up in the sky, but there's not, like, a lot of birds just sitting around the town or
It has a 1 mile radius. Hopefully there's a bird within 1 mile of me. Philia will start singing to the birds.
Okay.
Mm.
What are you asking?
What happened here? Where are all the people?
So that takes 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, I guess Philly is singing or making a weird bird call for like 10 minutes outside.
I'll go back
Eric's gonna
to
I
go
think
back
it
to the rest of the
lasts
group.
for 10 minutes, but I think the casting time's only one action, right?
Yeah, it's only one
Our
action
casting
per
time
cast.
standard action.
Yeah, but it says over the next 10 minutes, the birds reply, giving you a general consensus answer to the question based on their.
Right, so the answer will take 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Is there,
yeah.
like, a lantern or something in here that I could light and like explore the rest of the inn?
Yeah, there's stuff in there for sure.
Who's in the sort of tavern area with me? Like the bar?
Cinder's back
I
there
think
now.
everyone but Philia is.
Alright, I'll pick up the lantern and we'll take a look around. Cause someone keep an eye on Philia.
So, there's probably there's candles in there. There's not really a lantern, but
Pick up a couple candles then.
okay. You light up some candles. It gives you a nice 5 foot 5 foot radius.
Serviceable.
Guys, what's the fire looking like?
What fire?
You know, the giant one in the middle. The
Well-
smoke stuff.
Down. It's not still going.
Gustav. Let's go check out that fire one more time.
I mean, alright, but it's like halfway up the stairs. Come back down.
Sorry, I just figured you'd be better at this.
I mean, I can't really see inside. But alright,
He can check upstairs.
thanks.
Okay, so Gustav and Eric head back out to the bonfire. It's starting to get darker and darker. Teek's headed upstairs. What's Cinder doing?
Well, Cinder's gonna put some coin on top of the bar and head to the back and get some food. Just gonna make himself some din.
Okay. Yeah, there's pies in the oven.
Cool. Just gonna cut a slice and
Oh, they're like a little personal pie. They're like,
perfect.
yeah, they're like
Yeah, he'll take like enough for a meal and leave. I don't know. He'll probably leave like a gold piece on top of the bar and pour himself a beer as well or something.
okay. Yeah, they've got ale, they've got cider, they got brandy.
Yeah, I'll take some ale.
Okay. So yeah, you sit down and you have yourself a nice piece of pie. It's savory pie, meat pie.
And through the
Just
window he'll just watch Gustav, whatever he's doing out there while eating.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty tasty. You never quite had a pie like this.
Oh.
Mrs. Lovett's meat pies from Sweeney Todd.
Teek, you're looking around upstairs. Are you looking for anything
Yes.
specific, or are you just kind of going through rooms?
Signs of people. Yeah. Yeah, just going through rooms. Maybe also looking to see any type of clues. Like maybe a room is trashed and there's conveniently armor of Church of the New Tide. Whatever. Basically, she's just said like a basic kind of look through.
Okay. Roll me a intelligence-based perception check.
Okay. And I switched it to intelligence in the little thing.
Wow, you're so cool. Yeah, you search through the rooms one by one. And I mean, they look like your basic tavern rooms. You can see, like, in some of the rooms, the bed sheets, I wouldn't say clean anymore, but they are made. Like, the beds are made, and it looks like it's prepared for someone else. In other rooms, it looks like the bed sheets are kind of tossed around and moved out and things like that. Some of the rooms have, like, empty bowls and things next to them.
Right. And in terms of, like, layers of dust, like, how do they seem very dusty? Like, is there...
They're not incredibly dusty. I mean, it looks like it could be, I don't know, a month or so of not really having a clean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Teek's gonna mutter to herself, and they say trees dirtier than this? That's
Wow.
it. She goes back down.
Teek's searching around up there. Eric, Gustav, what are you guys doing out by the bar?
Well, I want to see if there's a struggle around the fire, and I want to see if I can count how many, well, if I can tell how many bodies were burning in the fire, like by the number of skulls maybe, or something like that.
Wow. All right, CSI. Make a...
Could I assist Eric with this?
I mean, sure, considering your check before was decent. You can make me, I mean, I guess a intelligence-based perception check.
Okay. Damn, weak.
I mean, you look around the fire, you see no signs of a struggle or anything like that. And with Gustav's help, you sift through some of the bonfire, and you find bones, but, like, once again, they're so charred and just crumbling that you can't even necessarily tell if they're human bones or not. There's no, like, full skulls or anything in there, it seems. But, I mean, you definitely find enough bones that whatever they are, there are at least a few of them.
I think he's gonna look over at Gustav and be like, this has to be the new dawn, right?
I mean, seems similar, but no way of really knowing.
Well, they set that person on fire in the square. They were heading from this direction, and if people are becoming undead from this area, and the New Dawn don't really enjoy anything of the sort, do you think they probably, I don't know, cleanse this whole place?
I mean, I suppose it's a chance, but even if it's true, what will we do about it?
We remember it.
Alright. You think it's safe to stay here?
I think the other guys are checking to see if there's any survivors. And if this town is abandoned, it's probably safe. They're not going to come back here. They've already gotten rid of everyone, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright, let's go back, check on Ophelia.
Alright, let's go.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Yeah, you just hear weird noises coming from Philia. But I guess all of this probably takes like roughly 10 minutes, Philia. And after, through the weird squeaks and squawks,
You get a somewhat vague response from the birds. It's just like, they're not the smartest creatures around, and they just say people dying.
Feels bad. Well, people died here.
they're only birds.
Not many birds. Thought they're not the smartest people. They're not all pip.
It's true. Not fey birds. So yeah, I mean, probably after 10 minutes or so, Cinder, you finished your pie, and Teat comes down the stairs, and Gustav and Eric and Philia coming through.
Find anything?
Other than the information that a lot of people died, not much.
No one upstairs. Some rooms messier than others. But no people.
Seeing as how Oven was still going, whatever happened, yeah, must have happened fast. Eric and I think it might have been the new dawn.
Eric will nod.
I think that's a fairly safe assumption.
The new dawn? What makes you think that?
Well, I was telling Gustav. They, set people on fire in the middle of a square. They were coming from this direction, a whole group of them. People in this area have been coming back to life, and the New Dawn don't like anything that involves, I don't know, magic-ish things. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to wipe out an entire area.
Well, that might be so, but I mean, maybe they're only doing it to the ones that were infected or something.
But this whole area looks abandoned. I mean, you get rid of like a few people, but where would the rest go? I mean, old people, children?
Oh, that's what I mean. Maybe they're all walking around like old mate back there. And then New Dawn come in, cleaned them all up. Probably did a good thing.
What are you talking about?
Whose side are you on?
All I'm saying is, maybe they did do something good here. You never know.
But we saw
Bralus helped us out, did he not?
we saw a man last night. Yes. And we here today, hours later. Fire still look recent, and there's still food being cooked.
You think it's too long, Teak?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fire's been going for a while. Everything inside is charred. Are you saying that maybe people left?
Was food charred, Cinder?
Hey, food's not too bad. There's still some more there. Should probably have some.
I mean, I guess. Grab one.
Alright, Gustav grabs a pot.
We'll eat ration. Thank you very much.
Okay. Teek's eating rations. Anyone else for pie?
I think Eric's just like, these people are gone, and we're taking the thing.
Like they're gonna eat it.
We're not taking anything. I left money there on the counter.
Yeah, for who, Cinder?
Well, for the owner.
Owner's dead.
How do you know that?
Philia's found it out. Plus there's a giant pile of dead bodies in them. I haven't seen anyone. I'm pretty sure it's more likely than not.
Look, all I know is I've seen them burn people down, and one of them was nice to us. Adela wasn't evil, and they burned her down. Her whole house. We're in a town that's abandoned, and they were close by.
Remember what
Can't
started all
possibly
this?
think it's a good thing, huh? Sorry, what was that, Gustav?
Remember what started all this, Cinder? What made us leave Band of the Fox?
Right. Similar
Remember her
things.
name?
Aye.
Remember what the new Dawn was gonna do to Rob?
Aye.
Now you think
Well-
they might be the good guy?
Well, I don't know. Probably not. I suppose you're right.
Teak not sure. Teak props outside look like they're dying. The animals not look well taken care of. That not happen.
Right. Well, in any case, what do we do about tonight? I, for one, don't really want to be out there.
I agree.
So maybe it's best we stay here the night. Maybe
Eric will nod.
board up some of the windows or something.
I can help you with that.
But we'd be trapped in here. If we sleep on outskirt of town, easier to run if something happened.
Also easier to get attacked.
Right. Where's the cart? We should probably bring that round back as well. Bit out of sight.
Where did we leave the cart?
It's just out front.
Yeah.
It's like in the center of town.
Alright, we'll pick up the... Go ahead.
Misty, can you also roll me a 1d2 dice?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about his wound.
A 1d2?
Yes.
Pie check.
Okay, you suffer 1 point of constitution damage.
Oh! Oh!
Can you
Good times.
also make me a fortitude saving throw? Okay. Yeah, you feel some pain coursing through your body, but it feels like you're fighting it somewhat. All right. Definitely feels like your wound is pulsing and infected for sure.
Right. So my constitution goes down by 1. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, so if you have like 15, it's temporarily gonna be 4.
Gotcha. It's, Eric,
Yeah?
you know we were talking about it earlier and you said if there's something funny with this wound, I should probably let you know.
Eric's gonna look immediately concerned.
Yeah, well, something doesn't really feel right about it.
Get over here.
Walk over.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you look over the wound, Eric, and it doesn't look like it's really healed much. It's, kind of veiny and looks infected.
Do you think I could possibly try and make a medicine for this?
I mean, you could try and do something.
Would it be like a profession job check or?
Probably. Who knows if it's gonna work or anything, but without more knowledge, you could try and
I
do
also
something.
have a polypurpose panikia. I don't know if that's gonna help, but like sometimes it does random stuff. I will do a profession job check and then give him the polypurpose just in case.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, you pretty much just go through the same motions as yesterday, and like clean up the wound the best you can, and try and mix some stuff together, but it doesn't really make much of a difference from what you can tell.
I think Eric's gonna just stare at it and give him the polypurpose. This should help with the pain.
You have to choose one of the effects for the
Will analgesic help with? It says you do not feel minor aches or pains, but I don't know if this is like a bad pain.
I mean, it probably hurts him a little bit. It would help.
Okay.
So for the next hour, your pain is reduced. Not that it technically does any. I mean, the only thing it technically does is give you a +2 resistance bonus against pain-related spells. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it helps reduce the pain.
I'll keep looking into something that can help. And then he'll open up Adela's books or something.
Okay. Thanks, Eric.
So what do you guys want to do? You gonna move the cart?
Yeah.
Who's moving the cart?
Yes.
Cinder and
Widow.
I.
Cinder and Gustav?
Yeah.
Okay. So, night is starting to fall. And as you guys go outside to start pulling the cart around, you notice that there's a dark figure. At least Cinder, you notice with your dark vision. It's probably a little bit tougher for you to make out, Goose, but it looks like they are rummaging around in your cart.
Hey, can I help you there?
As you approach and call out, they look staggered, and they have a hood up over their head, and they're not moving very fast, and they look surprised, and they try and move away from you. They look like they're in a panic.
Oh, it's alright. Where are you running?
Try to grab him.
You're gonna run up and try and grab them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take you much effort to run up and grab this person, and as you do, their hood kind of falls back, and you see an older elven woman, Her hair's kind of grayed, and skin is starting to wrinkle. And she throws her hands up over her face. And her eyes are closed. Looks like she's kind of like wincing, preparing for...
No need for that. I don't mean you any harm, but what happened here?
Don't hurt me!
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Who are you?
I mean, my name's Gustav.
Hey, we're merchants traveling through. What's going on here?
Merchants. So they didn't send you here with supplies?
Supplies for what?
Who's they?
Cairn. Dragos. Whoever. Drakenmore. We're starving here.
Why?
No.
Why? Take a look around. The crops are dead. There's nothing left. An illness has taken over the town.
What sort of illness?
A disease. People get sick. And they rot and die. Sometimes they don't stay dead.
Oi. I think I might know what you mean by that. Who put that fire out there?
We did.
I looked at Gustav. See? Wasn't the neuron.
Yeah, alright. Oh, why'd you make a fire then?
And we had to start burning any of the corpses left. Any of the people that died to the disease had to be saved.
This disease that they have. I don't suppose you know how to reverse it?
Reverse it. What do I look like to you? I'm an old woman. Running and in.
Oh, that's your inn back there. Where we are.
She looks over and sees your other friends in the distance. She says, "Aye."
Oh, I hope you don't mind. I helped myself to one of your pies there and I left a gold coin on your bar there. Also poured myself an ale.
You ate the pie.
Aye.
That's most of our food.
Oh!
We have some
Oh.
food we can share.
Well,
The,
right.
the sick have nothing to eat. They need warm food.
We can eat them up, maybe?
What do you have? Do you have anything? Please. I beg you. We have nothing left.
Oh,
All the rice is gone.
Yeah, alright.
rice. Oh, okay. Oh my lord. I looked at
Like-
Gustav just like in a.
You get
I
3
give-
days worth of rations and hand them over.
Hand over 3 days worth of rations. And it's just like, I mean, it is what it is. It's like some bread and dried meat for like 3 days for one person. And I mean, she looks very appreciative.
Yeah,
She's just-
I'll do the same. I'll give it.
Thank you.
Oh no! Oh, me. Here you go as well. 3
How many
days. worth.
ration. 3 days worth of rations for her as well. Just like, well, this'll get us by for maybe a few more days. Hey, thank you.
Are there?
It's, what's that?
How many of you are left?
Not many. maybe 20 or so. Speaking of which, it's getting late. It's not safe to be out around this time. You ought to come with me.
Are you the owner of the balanced bulb, whatever it was?
Pardon me, the boulet?
Yeah, that.
Yes?
Alright. We were heading back there anyway.
Do you have
Oh, no,
do you have
it's not safe there. We've boarded up the old church. That's where everyone is.
Oh, we're going to the church. Oh, right. Okay.
Well, it's up to you if you want to. The sick are in there. But it is safe. Whatever those things are, the ones that are left, they seem to come out at night.
Alright, well. What do you think, Gustav? Should we let the others know and work out what we're gonna do?
Yeah, for sure. Could you point out where this church is from here? Can we see it?
Yeah, she turns around and it's like behind a couple buildings. There's a larger building with a tower on it where the church bell would be.
What was your name there, miss?
Oh, pardon me, I'm Alanis. And what's your name?
Well, it's nice to meet you, Alanis. My name's Cinder. This here is Gustav.
It's nice to meet you. I do have to give you fair warning there, large fella. Some people around these parts aren't so fond of your kind anymore.
Oh, me?
Aye.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Just a fair warning.
Aye, thank you. Well, Alanis, we may see you back at the church there.
Well, I have to get my pies anyways. Before it's too dark. So all you can spare, eh? Just the rations. I appreciate whatever you have. Please, if you have anything else. We're dying. And she kind of looks towards your cart.
I look towards Gustav.
I mean, are we even taking anything people can eat?
Well, we have some flour. I suppose we can spare.
Oh, please.
More pie.
Could make more pies and bread.
Right. Well, I tell you what, we'll bring the cart up to the church. I suppose as long as we can get some assurances that nothing else will get taken from the cart. We'll give you the flour we have. All 200 pounds of it.
Oh, goodness. Well, that would be mighty kind of you. Hey, I thank you. Okay, of course. Take it to the church, and I'll have them take it in. Just make sure you put your cart somewhere safe. You never know what these things will do. After we're done, of course.
Aye.
She kind of nods to you and hobbles off towards the church first, and you see a couple of villagers come outside, and they're like waiting out front while she hobbles off towards the inn.
Yeah, I guess we go back and probably just say to Gustav, you probably want to let the others know what's going on. I'm gonna try to disguise myself a little.
You alright? Head back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you head back towards the inn. You kind of quickly catch up to Alanis. And pass her up, probably. She's pretty... and you find your friends over at the tavern.
What going on? Where's Cinder?
Yeah, so a few things happened. When we were going to move the cart, we found someone inside, an elven woman named Elanis, and apparently there's only like 20 people left in town, because not New Dawn, actually it's a disease which is killing people off, and sometimes they come back to life, so they've been burning the corpses in those fires. They're all up in a church, and I'll point it out to them. And we sort of agreed to give them some of what we had in the cart to hopefully help them out at least for a bit.
What? Oh, are we going to church to stay?
I mean, we might, but apparently there's some of the diseased people there.
Right. What if diseased people die and come back? Do we protect people, or do we keep ourselves safe?
I mean, you keep yourself safe, Teak, if they come back the way they did for Cinder last.
He's gonna file that. Do not protect people. She's learning more every day.
Not what I said, but okay.
Okay. Eric?
Yes? Yeah?
What you guys think?
Well, we don't necessarily need all the money. I think we should just leave our cart stuff here.
I mean,
I don't know exactly what they're gonna do with 200 pounds of glass and tobacco.
Oh, right.
I mean, the flour makes sense, but everything else, it's not really a necessity, more of a luxury, you know.
Eric will nod.
And then, just quietly, besides, the flour's the cheapest thing that we bought.
Eric will... It's difficult.
Only 4 gold for 200 pounds. Wink.
That's true. It was very, very cheap.
I think we already gave 3 gold worth of ration.
And I'm gonna try to use my bandana and maybe my hood to disguise myself as a human using my pass for human feature.
Wow.
That's another thing I forgot to mention. Apparently, they don't like apples here.
They don't like apples?
Apples, cinder.
Oh, right.
So I don't know if I need to make a roll for that or...
You do need to make a disguise check with half your level as a bonus. Is that with the bonus included?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty. You look a little shady, but you don't really look like a half.
Nice.
As you guys are having this discussion, you can hear someone rummaging around in the back of the...
Not again. Hustle on over.
It's Alanis. She's getting the pies out of the oven in the back of the inn. Loading them up onto a tray and stuff. She gives you a little smile when you come back.
Good news, Alana. Decided to give you all our flour.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
Should we leave it here, next to the oven? Or should we bring it back?
I'd prefer to have it with us in the church, if you don't mind.
Yeah, alright.
Well,
And I'm back to the group.
what's going on there, Gustav?
It's just Alana. She's getting the rest of her pies. She would like us to deliver the flour to the church.
Should we escort her back there? Because she said herself it's not safe.
I don't think so.
Maybe some go with cart, some would go with lady.
Oh, we can
I
all
mean-
go together. Take the cart, take the lady. 2 for 1.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, you guys load up on the cart with Alanis. She has a tray of now 10 pies instead of 12. And you guys go for a short little drive over to the church where there's 2 people waiting outside. One is a human female, and the other is a male elf. Both looking fairly young, not super old or anything like that. And they look to you guys as you pull up, and Alanis just looks at them and kind of points to the flower in the back. Then she turns to you guys as she's getting off the cart, and she's like, "Thank you very much for all of your. You're welcome to stay in the church if you want. It's safe. We've boarded up the windows and everything. But I understand if you're afraid of the illness."
Well, have you guys noticed illness pass to people?
Well, it seems to have, but it's hard to say exactly how it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried social distancing? Self-quarantine?
Started boiling all the water and everything just to make sure, but we don't know for sure what's happening.
Well, I guess we'll get this loaded off. The flour and put our cart away somewhere. What do you think we should do, Gustav? Do you want to head in there? Or should we stay with the cart?
Question, Alanis, could we bring our horse in the church?
It's an awfully big horse.
Yeah.
Not even sure he'd fit through the door.
You're right, Ben. Well, wherever we stay, I think at least one of us should be keeping an eye on the old horse here.
There's a stable near the back, but it's not quite the same.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we'll just stay with the horse then. I mean, I can take first watch or whatever. Come in and get you later.
Alright. We stay in the event.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I don't think anyone else has any objections.
Into the group.
How long? Philia needs to go to sleep eventually. Is there cover for her to not be seen as a plant person when she's sleeping?
I mean, you have like a sleeping bag and stuff and whatnot.
I currently look like a dwarf.
Yeah, I mean,
Either way, I'm gonna change appearances when sleeping.
yeah, you could cover. I mean, like I said, you cover up with like your sleeping bag or whatever. There's no like private rooms or anything. You haven't even been inside the church yet, I guess. So you don't really know, but. It doesn't seem likely that you're going to have your own room or anything in the church.
Alanis, just another question. We met a man on the way here. Went by the name of Ferrand. Do you know him?
Oh. Doesn't sound familiar to me.
That lying bastard.
Oh, why? Who was he? You seem upset with him.
Oh, just somebody that said he came from Wildhelm. Well,
Wildhelm?
sorry.
Where's that?
Yeah, Wild Meadow. He said he came from here. He was a merchant. And he had a cart that he was taking into Cairn. Now that we're here, it's either he was a lying bastard or he was a dirty rotten thief. Turns out he's probably both.
It's hard to say. I don't know exactly. I don't know everyone in the town, but could be that I just didn't know him. Or he was just passing through here and I missed him.
Well,
But you may very well be right.
never forget the name Ferrand.
So she's like looking at you a little weird. It's like, okay. Well, are you all planning on coming in? You're gonna stay somewhere else. What are you doing?
We're gonna park the cart around there and somebody will stay with the cart. The others will go inside. And then we'll rotate out.
All right.
If that's okay.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm afraid we don't have any real food to spare or anything, but I'll share what we can. Make you some fresh bread.
Aye. That'd be good.
right then, come on inside. And the other people have finished unloading the flour off of the cart by now. And it's like inside a storage room in the church. And as you walk in, you see, most of the benches and everything have been kind of retrofitted. They're padded with like hay and blankets or whatever they can get. And there's people laying on them and stuff. And there's also like makeshift cots and things. And, there's probably, there's about 12 people in here that are ill, and about 8 or so people that are like taking care of the rest. And the people that are ill are kind of like coughing. They don't look well. Some of them have like boils and things on them. They're not in good shape. But you can see that Alanis comes in with the pies and like immediately starts handing them out, and they're being fed to the sick people and everything. But yeah, it's kind of your standard church layout. You can see in here is just mostly just one big open room and some rooms in the back. But there are some effigies and stuff of a tall, slender, elvish woman with long hair, holding a long staff. Some of you may recognize her as Udea, the eternal soul, they call it, the goddess of healing and redemption and honesty. But that's mostly everything that's going on in the church. There's a lot of boarded up windows. Alanis kind of completely disappears from your guys' side as she immediately starts taking care of different people throughout the church. What would you guys like to do?
I think I will go out back with a horse and cart and take first watch.
Okay. Everyone else is going to hunker down inside the church for tonight.
Teak will go with Gustav.
Okay.
2 people first watch.
All right. So everyone else decides to hunker down in the church for the night, and Gustav and Teak are going to first watch with the cart and the horse out back. And I'm going to end the session there for today because it's a pretty good stopping point.
Nice.
And
The cart.
it's a little bit early, but it's all good. So yeah, that's it for today. You guys are in the church.